Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today, we're talking about Tony Xu moving to a new house. Well, that's probably what's going to be happening pretty damn soon. And, well, I had to make this video. We're on lunch break. I'm at a business conference right now at the Vault in Florida. Excuse my suit that's like halfway on right now. But we are on a lunch break, and I'm about to finish getting dressed right after this video. But this article popped up on my feed, and it is so amazing and crazy and something I would have never thought. Now, I'm someone who suggested protesting outside of Doordash's headquarters, but I gotta be honest, did not see someone organizing a protest outside of Tony Xu's freaking house. Man, I would be pissed if I was him. And for one, I have so many thoughts. On, like, one, why does Tony Xu not live in a private area where people can't just walk up to his house? Two, why his house and not his business? I don't know. Something's got to happen to make change, though. And I personally feel like what they've been doing is partially criminal. Now, of course, they can run their business however they want. People are going to be pissed. I personally just don't agree with the non-tip transparency, not telling your drivers what they're going to be making until after they've completed a job, hiding things like money, how much they're going to make, and I just don't think that that's okay, and also kind of taking advantage of people in a way. Now, of course, I'm also someone who's a business owner and very capitalist mindset, and you can do whatever you want with your business. Like, the fact of the matter is, this guy supplies a lot of money for people and not jobs, but like ways of making money. And I'm always going to be grateful that I was able to Doordash and fund my businesses basically off the backs of Doordash. So, of course, I'm always going to have mixed feelings about Doordash because it is how I funded my business and how I got to where I am today. I got to say, I think this is a little wrong, though, in my opinion. At his house, that's a little weird. Anyways, okay, so basically a group of about 50 Doordashers went to Tony Xu's house and protested outside on the streets and all that stuff. We got people with microphones and speakers and signs that say share the wealth, and so many thoughts. And well, for one, okay, I'm always man. So as someone who has more of a capitalist mindset, and I'm always telling you guys to start your own businesses, I'm always trying to give you guys the best possible advice that I can on how to teach you guys how to start your own businesses and stuff. And when you're asking to share the wealth, and it's kind of like, that's a weird statement, you know? I don't like when people are just saying, oh, the billionaires have so much money, like, give more money to the poor. And for one, what happened over the last couple of years when the government gave out all these checks and stuff? You know, people, if you're the poor people, if you give people money who don't know how to use money, it's always going to go back to the billionaires. So the billionaires got richer and richer. And my goal of this channel is to hopefully teach people how to spend their money better, how to invest it, and how to create wealth for themselves. Let's just read this article. California DoorDash workers. This is an article by TechCrunch. California DoorDash workers protested outside the home of DoorDash CEO Tony Xu on Thursday, prompted by a California superior judge ruling that calling 2020's Proposition 22 unconstitutional. Prop 22 was passed last November in California, would allow app-based companies like DoorDash, Uber, Lyft to continue classifying workers as independent contractors. I'm just going to take this off because it's kind of annoying. Suits are very uncomfortable. I've been wearing one all freaking day at this business conference. About a group of about 50 DoorDash workers who were affiliated with advocacy groups We Drive Progress and gig workers rising traveled caravan style to the front of Xu's house in Pacific Heights neighborhood of San Francisco. I can imagine he's not going to live here for very long. They demanded the DoorDash provide transparency for tips, which I agree with. You should know how much you're going to get paid. You really should. 120% of tips and 120% of minimum wage, or around 17 per hour. Now look, if you want to be an employee, go get an employee job. I don't want people to come in and ruin this for everyone else who wants to continue to stay independent contractors, because I wouldn't do this if I was an if I was an employee. There's so many advantages of being an independent contractor, and you got to learn the advantages that you can possibly have and take the best advantage of them. I feel like I'm a very good example of someone who took advantage of this. Not like I'm hopefully not trying to sound cocky, as I always am trying to show you guys things that I do so that we can implement them to yourselves. But for one, I wouldn't have ever done this at all if it was an employee job. I don't want a minimum wage. I want to be able to make money whenever I want. And if you want to be an employee, you should just go get an employee job. There's plenty of jobs out there as delivery drivers that you can get if you want to be an employee, if you want benefits and all that kind of stuff. This will ruin Doordash and all gig working jobs if people are employees, because you won't be a gig working job anymore, right? Dasher concerns and feedback are always important to us, and we will continue to hear their voices, engage our community directly. A DoorDash spokesperson told Crunch. However, we know that today's participants do not speak for the 91% of California Dashers who want to remain independent contractors. Guys, it's in our best interest to remain independent contractors, in my humble opinion. There's plenty of W-2 jobs out there. Go get a W-2 job. Don't force a company. This is like you're trying to... I hate when unions come in and stuff. Like, Amazon is a very big proponent of this. A lot of people tried to unionize Amazon, and Jeff Bezos was like, no, we're just going to move to a different state, you know? And I agree with that. Like, I don't think there should be an underlying company that forces a company how to work. Like, if you don't like it, work for someone else, in my opinion. So, I mean, some people might get mad at me that I'm not just bashing DoorDash, but look, take it, I always repeat this. One of my favorite sayings from Dana White is, this isn't a job, this is an opportunity. Take your opportunities and take all of the opportunities you possibly can to advance yourself, advance your career, and put yourself in a better position to have a better life. There's so many downfalls of being an employee. Like, do you really want someone to tell you when to work and when you can't work, and like you can only work these hours and you have to take these orders and stuff? Because that's what it's going to be if you're an employee. Like, people, in my opinion, this is just people who are uneducated on how independent contractors work, and I don't know, take advantage of opportunities. Again, though, I do sympathize for people because I don't think it's right that they're hiding tips and stuff. But again, all of these delivery companies do shitty stuff, and like none of them. I'm just gonna take this off. None of them are right. We're gonna look like a total retard today. I look like Count Dracula. Sorry again for using the R word. Whatever. Anyways, DoorDash should say getting paid for the time they're active, meaning actively driving to either pick up food or drop it off. Now, here's another thing. If you're always getting paid to be active, there's going to be a lot less people who are active. And that means, guys, there's so many delivery drivers. You're not going to get shifts. You're going to be making significantly less. They're going to cut off the bottom performers, and they're going to move on. I listen today all day long. People talk about I listen to the Red Robin president or CEO, I don't know which one he was, talk about if Joe Biden makes everyone go to $15 minimum wage, there's when they cut off 1% when they increase their prices by 1%, they lose about 1% of the customers. It's a direct correlation. They are just measuring data at this point. DoorDash is going to do the exact same thing, except if they have to pay a certain rate for you to just be active, it's not going to just work out like, oh, you can take whatever orders you want. They're going to force, it's either you're an employee or you're an independent contractor. I would highly suggest people want to stay as independent contractors. It's much more free, and that's the way that I would want it to be. Rhyming again. Here we go. I'm a rapper. They also say much of their living wage comes from tips, which should be added bonus, but ends up helping make ends meet based on DoorDash's pay structure. I think there is problems with DoorDash's pay structure. I really do. The fact that there's a $2.50 minimum pay, which is I've ordered DoorDash a few times in the last week, and dude, I swear there's like $6 in fees that I paid. I don't know how much they're taking, but it seems like there's a lot of fees. So, but again, don't tell someone how to run their business. They're always going to try to run it the best they possibly can. And if you don't like it, there's plenty of other options. You can work for any of the other companies or be like someone like UDM and work for all of the companies and take all the best opportunities that come in. I always say diversify your incomes. Bring in as many income options as you possibly can. That way, if one fails, you're not screwed. Prop 22 is also meant to guarantee the reimbursement of 30 cents per engaged mile, which drivers say would be great if it were true. 30% per. Most companies do pay you per mile that you drive. So I don't know if DoorDash does that. I don't think they do, to be honest. I know they kind of increased it for like longer orders, but we kind of proved that that wasn't actually true. DoorDash is often as low as $3 per hour. Sometimes $0 per hour, to be quite honest. Like I dashed for that 4-hour challenge. I only got 2 orders that whole entire time. So sometimes it's just there's too many drivers on the road. Although this model sounds similar to the restaurant industry in the United States, which can be quite lucrative for servers and bartenders, for a delivery driver, it's unsustainable way to make a living. There we go again. It's not a way to make a living. This is the whole point of my channel, guys. This isn't a job. It's an opportunity. Take advantage of this. Be smart. Try to take, like, you can do so many other things while you're dashing around. Like, there's plenty of other ways to make money. For me, it was YouTube. I used DoorDash as a platform to basically kind of create my YouTube channel, which is now passive income, and it now pays enough money for me to just straight up live off YouTube. DoorDash pays so low because they don't want to make it affordable for the customer, or because they want to make it affordable for the customer. But I would say for the driver, it becomes unaffordable. Again, see, the problem with this is a lot of people quit their jobs to become full-time delivery drivers. And DoorDash, like, dude, I hate to say it, but guys, there's not really much requirements to do this job. You don't even need to train people to do this job. Like, there's zero training at all. So if you want to be a new driver, you can just be a new driver. Anyone can do it. I hate to say it, but literally, there's not much, like, they don't even freaking background check, you know? If they wanted to, and if they were going to implement some of these things, there's going to be background checks. They're going to cut off bad performing people. Maybe they would cut off people who don't accept enough orders. I don't know. But right now, I'm not too mad at the platform. The only things that I don't like is non-tip transparency. That pisses me off, to be honest. I can't imagine ever paying telling people you're going to make a certain amount, but then actually they get paid another. That doesn't make any sense to me. So there's things that I don't agree with. There's things that I do agree with. I'm not a corporate shill, guys. I'm not paid by DoorDash. In fact, I don't even really do much DoorDash anymore. I do it every once in a while when I'm at home. I'll probably start doing it again once we get settled in the show in Tampa that I'm doing. But it is what it is, and just try to take advantage of your opportunities as they come. This is an opportunity to take the best advantage you possibly can of it. That being said, I don't really have much else to say. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video on this because this video was super rushed. I'm on a lunch break. I got about 5 minutes and I got to run back to the conference. I just felt like this video was so important to make. So that being said, I'm going to end it on that note. If you guys have any questions or let me know in the comments down below, which apps do you guys do? What apps do you guys do? Are you a Lyft driver? Do you do Uber? Do you do Uber Eats? Let me know in the comments down below all of the apps that you guys do. That would really help me with more information from my audience to see what you guys actually do. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully didn't piss too many of you guys off, but I just like to be a realist and be logical with all these things. Sometimes there's a hard truth that we all gotta learn, and the more you know about the business, the better you're going to be off. It is what it is. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Again, if you guys haven't yet, please consider subscribing and also smash that like button. Go check out my footwear company. I honestly am so stoked to announce that I'll have so many investors. This is my company, by the way, Off Axis. I've met so many investors over the last few days. So going to be talking to some people. We have huge investment possibilities coming up. One of them, actually, I don't even want to put it into the air because I don't want any of them to fall through because I'm kind of a little superstitious about that stuff. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Go to offaxisathletics.com. Use my discount code OFFAXISTANNER for 30% off. And also use the code ALPHA pre-order. Alpha, ALPHA, pre-order. And you can get our new skate shoes at $50, which is more than half off right now for pre-order. They'll be out in a few months. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Drive safe. Take every opportunity you possibly can. Peace, guys.